Hey Dad, can I interview you for a quick second?
Sure.
You gotta look at the camera. Wait, just look at the camera really quick. Then you can say yeah.
Yeah, sure. Give me 1 second.
Okay. So, as a assignment given to me by Mrs. Maxwell, Mackenzie Maxwell, I was told to be giving the gift of listening. So I'm here to interview you and ask you a few questions about how your life is going. And I'm gonna start this off light by just asking, what is your dream job?
What is my dream job? I think that would have to be a campground host.
Campground host?
Yup.
Why?
In the mountains.
Why?
Because it's in the mountains. I mean, because I love the mountains.
You're not afraid of bears?
No, because I'm going to fight one next year. Just wait and see.
What are your plans on fighting the bear?
Not to die.
What are you going to do when you come to the bear, when you're going to attack it?
Punch it and probably stab it a couple times.
Oh, sounds very safe.
Not really.
Okay, so that isn't really going to help with the next question, but to carry on, I'm going to ask, what is something you regret doing in your childhood?
Oh. Something I regret doing in my childhood. Like my childhood, or like when I was younger?
When you were younger.
Just like a young adult.
Well, it's considered your childhood.
Probably
Until
not
18.
going to college.
Why is that?
Well, because now I just kind of have a job.
What would you have done in college if you went?
That I don't really know. I never really thought about it.
If you could go to college today, what would you go for?
Good question. One to which I'm not prepared to answer.
The gift of listening.
Yeah. I don't know. Probably business development.
That's smart. That's actually very smart. Oh, wait.
I do have my moments.
Okay. What would you say is the most embarrassing moment that you have ever dealt with?
The most embarrassing moment?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't have one. I really don't remember.
You've never had one embarrassing moment?
Not that I can remember. Well, I guess, yeah, since I was mostly blind and somebody ran me into a door in the hospital.
Would you care to elaborate on that and tell me the story behind it?
Well, when I was at work, I was in the same room with a welder, and for some reason I didn't cover my eyes. So it gave me blisters all over my eyeballs, so I couldn't even open them because it hurt so bad. So I had your mother take me to the emergency room, and when the doctor came back, or came up to the front, or the nurse, she said, "Okay, follow me this way." Well, your mom, knowing that I couldn't see, she knew there was a door there, and bam, smacked right into the door.
What did you do after that moment?
I didn't really do anything.
No.
I mean, I just moved out of the way.
Just carried on?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask what you said, but I'd like to keep this kid friendly.
Probably a good plan.
Okay, we're gonna start getting into, actually, first, if your life was a reality show, what would it be called?
Trying to keep it kid friendly. Huh. My life was a reality show. The life of the Thompsons.
It's pretty casual.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it kid friendly.
Okay. Anyways, now we're gonna get into more intense questions, and I'm gonna ask, what were the 3 most happiest times in your life?
One was in 1999, the other one was in 01, the other one was in 02.
It can't be your children, it has to be a different one.
Oh.
You could say one of them is when you had your kids, but then you need 2 others.
Okay. Well, one is when I had my kids.
Mhm.
The other is when I got married.
Mhm.
And another one would be when I met my wife, your mother.
Oh, that's cute. How did you meet my mother? Or your wife?
We were at your Uncle Shane's house, and she happened to be there when I came over.
Okay. Okay. What would you say is the hardest thing about raising children?
The hardest thing about raising children. All of the above.
Okay. What's the easiest part about raising children then?
Letting your spouse do it.
Okay. That's one way to put it. I'm just gonna. Actually, no. Okay. What are your favorite childhood memories?
Favorite childhood memories. I have to say when we used to go to Lagoon every year. 'Cause my dad had I don't know what you call it, a work thing that they would have it at Lagoon every year.
Where did he work?
Hercules.
What's that?
That's like actual place. They made parts for like missile launchers, like artillery type of stuff.
So, like with the state, the government?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. So, they just went to the lagoon?
Yeah, they had it was like a big party that they threw every year.
With a bunch of the government people?
With a bunch of people that he worked with.
Did they party good?
We're going to keep it different.
Okay.
Different times, let's just put it that way.
Okay. What is your least favorite childhood memory?
Probably mom and dad fighting at said parties. Afterward.
After the party?
Afterwards, yeah.
Did your mom come with your dad to the parties?
Yeah. They were still married at the time.
Oh, fair point. Fair point.
But then they would both get drunk and then fight.
Oh, that sounds like a nice childhood to me.
And that was a typical Saturday night at my house.
Wait, Miss Maxwell said to allow time for silence, so you can continue talking on that.
What? Oh, how they used to fight all the time when they got drunk? Like what? Like every Friday and Saturday night was a slugfest? What about it?
Okay.
That's pretty much what it was. It went on for many, many years until they got divorced.
How old were you when they got divorced?
Probably 9 or 10, I would guess.
How did that impact your life?
don't think it did, really.
Really?
I don't think so. I don't think it really did. I just had to decide who to live with.
How did that go out?
Kind of bounced back and forth.
Did any of them get jealous about you wanting to live with the other?
Not that I know
Oh. Wait, did you live with your mom or your dad?
of. I lived with my dad, but I went back and forth. But I mainly lived with my dad.
Why did you decide that?
I don't know. He went fishing.
I
He
mean,
took me fishing.
I guess it's a good.
And camping.
What's your favorite memories that you had with your mom?
We used to cook a lot.
What was your favorite dish to cook with her?
I'm pretty sure she just made it really easy, but it was spaghetti. And mainly because that's the only thing I knew how to do. I tried making bread with her once. I'm pretty sure it was about as hard as one of those bricks that are outside.
How long does it take to make bread?
About an hour and a half-ish, I guess, from what I remember.
Okay.
A lot of stuff has happened since then.
What did you do as a parent that's different from your parents?
Well, I haven't beat your mom up yet.
What? Yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice that you said yeah. Okay. What would you say is one of your biggest regrets as a parent?
One of my biggest regrets as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Probably how we have to struggle all the time.
So, like, not going to college and
Yeah.
such?
I think that has a lot to do with it.
That makes sense. What would you say... What have you done as a parent that you're proud of doing? Like, what...
Raising you to have manners.
That's a good way. It's a good thing you understood the question. Yeah?
Oh, you want me to go on?
Yeah.
Like what? I mean, raising you to have manners, that's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it?
Why do you think that is a good thing to have?
Respect. It's all about respect.
Can you talk a little louder, please?
It's all about respect. Respecting your elders. Being helpful. Helping other people. That's where it all comes down to.
There you go. Tell me about the day that I was born.
About the day you were born.
Other than the gross parts.
They're really, really smelly. Well, after you were born, I'm the first one to give you a bath, by the way. In the little tub. I don't know. We were in the hospital for what, 3 days, something like that.
In case you guys don't know, my mom is sitting right there on the couch. You can come stand over here next to me. Do you want me to pull up a chair next to him? Okay.
No, I'm enjoying this.
And it just so happens to be that it was on Thanksgiving Day. So your mother didn't actually go get turkey. But I did.
At least somebody got turkey.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said.
She got the turkey sandwich. I think they brought her a turkey sandwich and that kind of stuff. But that was about it.
So it's pretty similar to this Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Actually was. Yeah. The only difference is you're already bigger.
Exactly same.
When you were a kid or a teenager, what did you want to be when you were growing up?
When I was a teenager,
You don't have to keep this kid friendly, by the way. It's just saying bad words is what I mean.
I didn't really actually think about it. Honestly, I didn't even think about what I was going to do when I was an adult.
Like, you didn't think, like, what you wanted to be about?
Yeah, I didn't. Not really.
Wow. That's really deep.
Why? What's deep about it?
Nothing is.
I mean, all I was really doing is partying. I didn't really actually think about my future.
Is that one of your biggest regrets as a kid or a teenager?
Probably. Yeah.
What would be a good piece of advice to hand out to all the viewers?
Go to school. Go back to school if you have to. But go to school. Get a degree. Go somewhere.
Okay. What were you hoping I would grow up to be?
What were I hoping to grow up to be? I was actually, which is kind of strange, since you kind of are already in IT.
That is strange. That's weird. That's really weird. Like, that's...
It is a little strange because you are in IT, but...
Okay. So we don't waste any more time with my silent thinking.
You're silent thinking?
Yeah, thinking like, wow, that's crazy.
Oh.
Who inspired you as a teen? Or, like, me knowing that you had a very rough childhood and you didn't care about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what inspired you to grow up and be the person you are today?
My dad grew up to be the exact opposite.
Is that so?
That is. I didn't want to be like him.
What would you consider as the exact opposite as your dad?
Well, for one,
Yeah.
beating up your mom.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be abusive to my children. Alcohol thing is kind of didn't happen.
Well, I mean, this is not, like, bad. Like, your dad, at least what I've heard.
No. Like, I wasn't. I told myself that I was not going to be like him when I grew up.
So did you have any role models? Like, did you ever see somebody and be like, I want to be like him? Or did you just see your dad and say, I don't want to be like him at all?
Yeah, but I just don't want to be like him at all.
Okay, what would you say is, like, the deepest tragedy that you've had in your life? This is going to be, like, the last hard question.
The deepest tragedy. That was when I almost lost you guys.
You almost lost him?
Uh-huh.
When? What? Tell me about that.
When your mom found out I was on dope. When she found out I was on drugs, she was gonna take you guys away.
Could you tell the story more in depth, please?
Well, I used to do meth long time ago. And your mom kind of already suspected something was going on,
Yeah.
but she really didn't actually know for sure. But then she actually did, and yeah, that wasn't pretty. So like she was going to move up here, just you four, and that wasn't working. That wasn't gonna work for me. So I decided to quit.
How did she find out?
I don't remember. I
We
think
came home early, and they were all smoking
Could you?
in my house.
They're not going to be able to hear what you're saying. Could you come over here?
she came home. She came home early from work, and we were all smoking in the living room.
Was any of us with you?
No.
That's good.
Uh,
Okay, so
I mean, you did have a grandma.
fair point. Fair
Yeah.
point.
I still didn't want you guys around that type of life. Like, me and him both agreed we weren't going to live like that.
Could you please restate what she just said? Because they didn't hear.
Because me and your mom decided when you guys were before you were even born that we weren't gonna live like that. Wow. Well, it turned out only one of us did.
Fair point. Fair point.
But
So
only for
then
a
I
minute.
quit.
But he grew up.
So then I quit.
You know that?
Paranormal activity. Okay.
Sure.
Anyway, so you, just to get this right, you were hanging out with your buds while she was at work, smoking it up, without any kids there,
Mm-hmm.
Smoking meth.
smoking
Smoking
meth. And then mom came in. She's like, "Hey, buddy, what are you doing?" Just in a
Yeah.
more elevated
Yeah.
way. And then you guys talked about it
Uh-huh.
for like,
No, well, actually, I packed all of our shit while him and his buddies were in the living room. Packed all our stuff. And then I told him that he had a choice. He could stay a druggie or he could come with his family because we weren't going to live like that. And he went with us. And we moved to Portland.
okay, I'll just boost the audio. So, just to finish off this interview with a light question,
Okay.
what do you think is the greatest invention?
The greatest invention. The knife.
I expected something more lighthearted, but I mean, why do you think that?
Because you can do everything with a knife. When you can carry a pocket knife with you, right? You can use it for a screwdriver. Well, okay, you don't, but I do. You can use it for a screwdriver, and obviously use it to cut stuff. You know, you can use it very multiple.
Very multiple.
It's very multiple. You can use it for multiple things. And you don't have to carry all that other crap with you. You can use it for a hammer. Not advisable because I've gone through a lot of knives that way.
So that's all you have to say on your invention?
Yep.
Okay. I would like to thank you for sitting here and talking to me and allowing me to give you the gift of listening. And thank you.
Thank you for having me into your house.
Oh man, the thing is on pause.
No, it's not.
It is. We're gonna have to redo the whole thing.
Oh, she's joking. That's funny.
No, I'm not. Just kidding. No,
Got ya.
don't make pictures of me.